She's biting my finger. She's hungry too.
Outtake 4. You don't get to go to Citricos. And cut. Hey everyone, Dan and Leslie back for another Disney dining review.
I'm pretty excited about tonight. So we are going to a place that we've never been, which is one of the things that I love the most about these dining reviews is that it is forcing us to try places that we haven't gone to before.
We've actually been to the lounge, but we've never eaten here.
Yeah, and I actually, I was able to eat breakfast here for a hosted event.
Oh, yeah, I was jealous. I remember being jealous about that.
Yeah, so I've seen inside, but I haven't actually eaten their food necessarily. Anyway, all that to say, we're going to Citricos over at the Grand Floridian. It is a beautifully well done restaurant. Whenever I did get to see it, the reimagining to Mary Poppins is just really quite stunning.
This is a little bit higher scale restaurant, a little bit on the upper end. That's why we are dressed up a little bit nicer than we normally are in our
fancy clothes on.
That's right. But I'm really excited about this. So we're just doing a couple's date night tonight. And it looks really good. The menu looks really good. So what do we got?
All right, so first off with the specialty cocktails, there are several that I am intrigued about. So one, there's an 1806 old fashioned that has some mezcal in it, which will be different, kind of like a little smoky flavor, I feel like. There's a cucumber vodka martini that I'm intrigued about.
There were a bunch of margaritas on there.
Yeah, and there's several margaritas. I don't know, like, we might just have to be there all night.
Can't afford to be there all night. The appetizers, entrees, and desserts all look really, really nice. Yeah. I'm not sure what we're gonna do when we get there. We're gonna ask for the recommendations because really they all look good. I'm not sure that I want, you know what? We're gonna ask for the recommendations. I'm not gonna put anything on this. I'm very excited about it. We are going to have an early dinner. So trick here is the early reservations are generally fairly available. So if you go right when they open at 5, we had to adjust, move our reservation a couple of days, and there was a lot of availability for 2 at the 5:15 range. So if you want to try this and you are, past your 60-day window, try a little bit earlier. You should hopefully be able to get in. Yeah. It looks fabulous. I'm excited.
Looking forward to it.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Fantastic. I got the old-fashioned as usual.
Yeah, and I got the cucumber vodka martini. I'm really excited about it.
It's very hard to decide because it all looks fabulous. He basically said the first course, everything was good. So,
yeah, but he did recommend the strawberry salad and the smoked duck.
He also mentioned the hamachi, which caught my eye initially.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
It's like we're back on the cruise ship. We can just order multiple things.
No, it's not at all like we're on any sort of all-inclusive anything. I think we're each gonna get an appetizer. I'm gonna get the hamachi.
And I think I'm gonna get the strawberry salad. It looks really good. It has some chamomile-infused goat cheese, bacon vinaigrette, spiced sunflower seeds, and it just sounds really good. And that was the first thing he recommended, actually.
Yeah, the main entree he recommended was the Guava barbecued short ribs. He said that the new chef was from Mexico City, and this was his specialty, so that was kind of the thing to get. It's got roasted poblano. He said it wasn't overly spicy, but it's on grits. It does sound good. I think we're gonna split that.
And it has Brussels sprouts. I mean, like, there's a lot of some of my favorite things in there.
I know. I think we're gonna split that, but we're gonna add the enhancement.
Which is the truffle mac and cheese. Oh, that's very good. It's almost like it's a little sweet.
Very, very good martini. Very cucumber forward. Like that's the main thing I get, not the vodka. You get the vodka on the back end, but that's really, really good. And I do taste that sweetness. It has 1 ice cube in there, so that's always the mark. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, I believe there is an orange reduction made by the chef that provides the sweetness, and it's Whistle Pig bourbon, which is fantastic. And olive bread. Ooh, it's hot.
You can definitely taste the olives. That's really good.
You can. Very good. It looks a little too fancy to eat, to be honest with you. Strawberry salad is the prettiest salad I've ever seen. And
prettiest salad I've ever seen.
Hamache is a really good plating. The yellowtail is clean. It's crisp. It's sitting in a sauce made from lemon zest and some sort of fish sauce and chili oil.
And orange zest, he said.
Lemon and orange zest? You can definitely taste the citrus, which goes really, really well with the hamachi. It's very well done.
That is fantastic. You get a little bit of like explosions of flavor from everything. So I could definitely taste like the goat cheese and the sunflower seeds and the strawberry and oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and dive into this short rib. The sweet with the spice.
Short rib is very tender. And
the grits are good too. I know. Where have you been all my life?
We got the Blackberry Tartlet, which is very slippery, by the way.
And very pretty.
It is very pretty.
We also got a couple of coffees, so those are coming.
Oh God.
It's light.
Kind of like a lemon, not really cheesecake, but like a lemon custard maybe?
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you.
Kayla would be so upset with this pastry.
All right, well, we will finish this up at home.
Yes.
We are back, and that's going off. If you would like help planning your next magical vacation to Disney, Universal, any cruise line, or a lot of all-inclusive resorts, we would love to help you do that. Please reach out to us at Fantastical Vacations. I have mixed feelings about this place. It was lovely, but not. The food was amazing, but other aspects were not. It didn't match up.
Yeah, so just kind of diving right into the ambiance and theming piece of this. As we were walking through to be sat, the new decor and everything is just absolutely breathtaking. It's so beautiful, like Mary Poppins style, like just the little touches of things here and there, the chandelier, the Mary Poppins umbrella on like the hat rack thing. We also had a 5:10 reservation, so it took a little bit for the restaurant to start filling up.
It was lovely until it filled up. For the first 25 minutes of the meal of the ordering and drinks, it was just lovely. It was a little strange because there's all these tables and they set one couple next to us.
Yeah.
So that's a little weird because they always, they're always like this. It's a camera, we're talking to a camera. Hi. As soon as the restaurant filled up, literally hordes of kids running and screaming around the entire restaurant.
I have not, and I know it's Disney World, so you don't even have to comment that.
No, it's Disney World, but we have had really good meals like Topolino's Terrace, Yachtsman. There were not screaming kids running all over the place.
And there were kids present, but this in particular, and I know that this is not the restaurant's fault, but there was a particular family that, like, their children were literally running around the restaurant, just running, screaming, just running and screaming. If I just look at the restaurant alone, it's probably a 4. And I think that's where we have to rate it because it's not the restaurant's fault for the kids.
They can talk to the parents.
That's true, they could.
They could say something.
They could.
There was a lot of people standing around doing a whole lot of nothing.
As we left and walked through the main part, I thought, oh my, I'm really glad we didn't sit here.
It was worse.
Because it was worse. And it wasn't just kids. It was a woman being very loud at the bar. And there was a lot of like extra noise that I thought, that really takes things down just a little bit.
Benefit of the doubt, we're gonna give them a 4. Service. Let's talk about service for a minute before we get to the good stuff. Service was spectacular for the first 25 minutes until the restaurant filled up. Past that, it took a dive. Our waiter was great for the first 25 minutes. He was very knowledgeable. He was forthright with his recommendations. He was spot on his recommendations.
Yeah, he really was.
But it took a dive when he got more than one table, and it was noticeable. It went from Johnny on the spot, filling up water a couple of times, bringing us extra bread, to Like we were splitting an entree and we didn't get any plates to put the entree on. So
we had to flag somebody else down to ask for plates.
Yeah,
and our waters went empty for a little while.
If he had taken that level of service all the way through, he probably would have gotten a 4 or maybe even a little higher.
Yeah.
But it gets a 3, and that's being generous.
Drinks. The drinks were spectacular. They were really good. Very well done. I had a cucumber vodka martini that it was not too, like, you verbalized it perfectly, where it was very like cucumber forward, but and then the vodka was kind of like behind, but it was a strong beverage, and it was very well done.
The old fashioned was fantastic. I think I said it on the video. It was very well done. One solid giant ice cube. Perfect amount of sweetness and orange, and just the bourbon in it was spectacular. We're giving drinks a 4.
Now the food.
The food.
That
was good.
Strawberry salad.
So, okay, we're rating the food a 4. We had it at 4.5 until we got the dessert.
Yes. So the food, strawberry salad was one of the most spectacular and beautiful salads I've ever been served in my whole life. The hamachi was fantastic. The bread was wonderful, with the Kalamata olives in it, and that short rib was innovative and had excellent flavors, all different kinds of flavors. All of that was fantastic. And so we actually were talking at dinner, and we were like, we think food's a 4.5. And then dessert came.
Dessert was not great. The flavors were good, but the pastry was in, which was kind of like the thing that held it all together. It was way too hard.
Yeah.
It brought it down 0.5 point. So, but if you go, get the appetizers, get the entrees and the sides.
Just don't get the dessert.
And it's a fantastic meal, as long as you can deal with a bunch of screaming kids. Hopefully, all of that to say, it gets a 3.75, and I feel like that's pretty much where this is. I don't think I'll be back anytime soon, even though it is 9 minutes from the parking lot at the Grand Floridian to our driveway. So that's fantastic. But there are so many good restaurants. 3.75, I feel like that's good. I feel like it's definitely above average. The food elevated it more than just being straight up average.
Yeah.
But there you go. Hopefully this helps.
Yeah. So, overall, we are well fed and ready to settle in for the night.
I will say, last point, the portions are not very big. They're not super shareable, but the prices are definitely shareable prices. Just know going in, this is an expensive meal. We got 2 appetizers, 1 entree, 1 dessert.
And the accompaniment.
We got an accompaniment because we're like, because we wanted to try it because he said it was one of the best things. But anyway, all that to say, and I'm not overly stuffed like I normally am at one of these meals.
So if you are liking these dining reviews, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.
All right.